Alright, so picking up where the reading rush left off, Doris and Stephanie, whose channels I will link down below, and I have decided that we're going to try to read as many books as possible before the end of July. Doris goes back to work, and I am coming to the end of my maternity leave, and Stephanie is along for the ride because, as she says, she always has more books to read. So yeah, I've got a pile over here of like my short books or things that I think that I can read. First is the book that I'm already in the middle of, which is A Song Below Water by Bethany C. Marrow. I'm only 50 pages into this, but I am planning to read a good chunk of this after lunch. My husband and father-in-law have ordered some pizza, so I will probably have to go pick that up, I'm guessing. And then after I eat my pizza, then I will dig into this. I'm throwing in an Animorphs book. This would not be my choice of Animorphs books to throw in because I would rather throw in one of the shorter ones because this one's a little longer and the next one in the series. But I'm trying to read them chronologically and I realized that I actually skipped this one. This premise sounds absolutely stupid and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hate this book and skim read part of it. But I have it, I want to read them all and in chronological order, so I have to read this one. So this one is going to be something I read for sure. I've got these two, so King Lear and Dunbar. So King Lear, obviously the Shakespeare play. Dunbar is the Hogarth Shakespeare edition retelling of King Lear. It should be. Let me double check. Yes. So I always read these in conjunction with each other, and if I can find the audiobook, then I usually listen to the audiobooks of them. This one, I know I can get the audiobook because they're all public domain and they do full cast productions of these, so definitely this, I will be listening to the audiobook. And then I think, if nothing else, I have one remaining Audible credit that I need to use up. And I may use it for this if I can't find it through Scribd or my library. Then I'll go ahead and use up that Audible credit so that I can be done with Audible again. I keep signing back up for it, and it's not that I have anything against Audible, but there are just so many great services out there that give you more for your money. So Scribd being one of those, which there's a Scribd link below. But I'm not going to promo it. I'm just telling you if you're interested. Yeah, so these are going to be on the list. This is probably my shortest book that I have, and I really want to read this, even though I'm a little hesitant about Sarah Gailey. I was not a huge fan of their other book, so was it American Hippo? It was two like short stories or novellas, and I read the first one and didn't love it. I don't know, there's just something about the characters that I wasn't a big fan of, and I felt like the story dragged. So I'm hoping this will not be like that, even though it is still a semi like Western style, which is not something I really love. But I've heard a lot of really great things about this, and it's very queer. And then I'm gonna finish this week. I'm gonna do it. I'm over halfway through this. I've been in the middle of this poetry collection for so long, and I just keep forgetting that I have it. And I have like 120 pages, which is roughly 120 to 150 poems, and I don't know why I haven't finished it. So I'm gonna finish this so that I can finally take it off of my physical TBR / currently reading stack and officially complete this. So those are the ones that I'm trying to get through. I don't think I'm going to finish all of them, but you know, stranger things have happened. Kicking it off, I went ahead and picked up this one. I have been reading this for like 8 years or something ridiculous. It's time to put her out of her misery. I have less than 100 pages. I put little sticky tabs. I don't know if you can see them. I put little tabs though in there for, here's my face, for the rest of the days in this month. So I'm going to try, well, no, I'm not going to try. I am going to finish this before the end of July so I can just take it off of my physical TBR / currently reading pile. Obviously, I talked about this one. I also, no, sorry, I dropped a book. I also put tabs in this one, so if I want to finish it by the end of the month, how many pages I need to read. This one I did by chapters, so there's more tabs than days left in the month. So it's 2 chapters a day, the way that it's done, but if I read more, then I'll finish it quicker. And then, sorry. And then I also tabbed my Animorph book for the amount of pages I need to read to finish this by the end of the month. And this is always a good one to read while a baby is entertaining himself because, yeah, it's just a little mindless. This one seems especially mindless. Like, literally, the synopsis. Everything was going fine until the explosion. An explosion that blows us millions of years back in time, back to the age of the dinosaurs. Why? These megamorphs are dumb. Like, the ones in the actual series are entertaining, but like the megamorphs are kind of garbage. But they're, like I said, in the official canon. This cat has been watching me all afternoon. Like, he gets fed at the same time roughly every evening. But this is what I've been dealing with. He's just here. You gonna act like you aren't staring at me? Lies. Look at the pretty rainbow. It's so bright. It's a double rainbow too, but you can't really see it as well. And listen to the cicadas. Well, I read on the porch for a little while with Justin, and it was really nice. There was the lovely siren call of cicadas in the south. It's not summer if you can't hear cicadas. And a beautiful rainbow that we just could not get over how like neon it was. It was actually a double rainbow, but that was, the second one was kind of hard to see. And now I'm getting in bed at 9 o'clock, which hopefully we'll have another night like we've had the last 2, because I went from like going to bed at like 7:30 to then going to bed by 8, then by 8:30, and now by 9. Although I'll be shocked if I'm like asleep before 9:30. So, making poor choices, but it is what it is, and I have for the last month really missed staying up late and like hanging out with my husband and reading in the evenings, because that's when I usually get most of my reading done, like historically. So it was really nice. Also, I'm having a spectacularly good hair day. But yeah, so it was nice to just chill and stay up and hang out. And tomorrow will be what it will be. Gonna try to get started on my couch to 5K tomorrow. but we'll see how that goes. I may need to do another week's worth of just walking, but we'll see. Yeah, so I got, as far as an update on where I got on the page count of each of these, so I got to where I wanted to on the Emily Dickinson book. I got to where I wanted on Upright Women Wanted, and I almost got to where I wanted to on this one. I'm about 14 pages shy of my goal for this book, but that's okay. It reads pretty quickly, so I should be able to add that to tomorrow's pages without a problem. And I did not start the Animorphs book, so that one I'll have to start tomorrow and see if I can't catch up a little bit on that one. But so far, we are doing pretty well, on track to finish these 3 books by the end of the month. Potentially also King Lear, because that's what I have as my audiobook, and it's a really short, it's like maybe 3 hours. So that I should be able to knock out before the end of the week with listening to it while I feed Grayson at 5 in the morning. But yeah, that is about it, and I'm gonna call it a night. See you guys tomorrow. There was definitely no sleeping through the night last night. He was up at like 1:30, and up again at 5. And I probably don't have much time before he's up again. So I'm gonna try to make some caffeine and some food. Eggs and an English muffin, and then orange juice and tea. And then he didn't wake up in an hour, and it's 7 o'clock, and I should have gone back to sleep. But now I've had caffeine, I've had breakfast, I feel better. I just won't stay up nearly as late tonight. I say late, like 9:30 is late. But I should be getting some reading in, but instead I'm watching island tours for Animal Crossing on YouTube. If you're interested in that, I'll link down below my favorite channel for that, because she's adorable and her island tours are so soothing. So yeah, that's what I'm doing this morning instead of using this time to read. My office is an actual mess. There's all kinds of things everywhere. So this morning I read a little bit in this one, and I read a little bit in this one, and that's it so far. My mom is here, Grayson, so I'm gonna get some stuff done. I need to put up my laundry and put away his laundry. No, wash his laundry. I think I am gonna listen to the audiobook of this while I do that. But before I do that, I'm probably gonna read a little bit more and maybe plan out a bullet journal spread, maybe? I haven't decided on that yet. And then at some point I have to go downstairs and either walk for 30 minutes or give a go to the first day of the Couch to 5K challenge. So we shall see which one I do. I'm feeling tired and lazy, but I need to just not be tired and lazy today because I have too much to do and only so many hours that my mom is here with Grayson. So yeah, we're actually going to resort to an old favorite. If you've been around here for any length of time, we're going to do cleaning and reading sprints. So what that means is I'm going to be cleaning for 15 to 20 minutes and then reading for 20 to 30. We'll see what I decide to do. Probably 20 minutes Probably 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That seems like a doable thing. Okay. Alright, Grayson's laundry is started. Well, his laundry's put up, and then it started. And I cleaned up this room and my desk, and everything looks and feels much better. So now I'm going to read for about 20 minutes. So I'm going to read some of this. Hopefully I can get to the page mark that I want to get to. And then I'll go and hang up my laundry and clean up my bathroom. Okay, I finished the chapters in this that I was reading for today. So I'm on page 78, which is almost halfway through with this. And now I'm going to go hang up my laundry, which has been in the hamper for like 4 days. So it's 10:30. It's a pretty good start for today. I finally hung these 2 art pieces up in our bedroom. These were in my office at the old house, but they fit our like nature-y theme in here, so there you go. So now I'm gonna give myself like 10 or so minutes to read a few of the poems in this, and then I'm gonna go get on the treadmill so that I can do that before my mom leaves. So I'm gonna set my Forest app for 10 minutes, and we're gonna read. Well, I got my first Couch to 5K run in. I need a better sports bra. Grayson is napping. My mom has left for the day, and so I am going to work on my bullet journal spread for my Couch to 5K plan, and I'm going to read some of Emily Dickinson poems and then move on to A Song Below Water. Yes. On track so far today. So that's exciting. I'm exhausted. Today was a lot. Grayson was incredibly tired, but refused to nap, which made him extra cranky, which made me extra cranky because I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I did read the pages that I needed to read in this, so I'm like 75% of the way through this. I will be glad. Like, a part of me is just like, just DNF it, Jenny. You don't want to read the rest of these poems. The other part of me is like, I've come this far, and also like, I want to keep this on my shelf, but I don't want to, but I want to like mark it as complete, not DNF'd. And it was also a gift. There's an inscription in the front of it, so yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna power through it. I only have, it's less than 100 pages, so yes, we're gonna do more of that tomorrow. So I've read, we need to read in 2 of the books, so I'm going to go get in the bath because Justin is done with work now and took Grayson, and I'm gonna read what I need to read in this. Maybe watch a YouTube video, I don't know, but I'm just gonna relax. I read 2 more chapters, so I am 114 pages in, and it is getting more interesting / more like things are sort of starting to make sense. So like they're explaining some things, but there's lots of mystery in this. Like, it's definitely fantasy, and there's like a lot of fantasy elements peppered in, but in that way that it's like sometimes when you have a fantasy book, like they over explain the world and all the minutia of it. This one's kind of the opposite, where there are a lot of things that you're just supposed to know exist, but they don't really explain what the purpose of them is, or what they are, or the context, or anything like that. I generally like it to fall somewhere in the middle or lean towards the over-explaining, but yeah, I mean, there's things that exist in like mythology slash fantasy creatures, so I can look them up and find out what they are, which I have done, because one of the like types of creatures, people, whatever, is frequently referenced, and a lot of people are like echoes? I don't know, something like that. I'm really not 100% sure. And so I looked that up to see what they were, because I had never heard that word before, or come across it in any fantasy novel, so yeah. Anyways, so this one, I still have 2 chapters, about 35 pages, until I'm caught up to where I should be for today in this one. The other 2, I'm good to go. I still haven't started the Animorphs one, and I'm thinking that I might not start it. We'll see how these 3 books go. I think I might just stick to these 3 and try to finish them, and then maybe also try to finish King Lear, although I think it's going to fall in the category of Shakespeare plays I don't like, but we'll see. And I'm definitely not doing the audiobook of Dunbar, because I listened to a snippet of it on Audible, and I don't like the narrator, and I'm unsure if I'm going to like that book at all, mostly because it seems like it's going to be like a detective-y or like a thriller kind of book, which is not my jam. The only one of the Hogarth Shakespeare editions so far that I have DNF'd and then gotten rid of was Macbeth by Joe Nesbo, because I got like halfway through that and I was like, I hate this book, like hate this book. I didn't like Macbeth. I thought it's probably one of my least favorite Shakespeare plays. It's violent and just unnecessarily violent, and I just was not a fan. And then it was like Joe Nesbo took that to absolute mountain of unnecessary violence, and I think I understand that that's just Joe Nesbo's style. That's just how he writes. Because the things I know he's written are like horror-esque, so I should have known better, but I did not finish that one, and I got rid of that book. And it wasn't even one of the cute, like, properly sized Hogarth Shakespeare editions, so yeah, it was giant and stupid, and I was mad at it anyways. But yeah, tangents. This is gonna be the longest video. Alright, well, I guess I should probably go check on my husband and baby, and also figure out something for dinner. Yeah, I'm definitely going to bed early. Currently already washed my face, brushed my teeth, laying in bed, playing Animal Crossing, because I have a meteor shower and Celeste. Woohoo! And if I wasn't so tired and exhausted, I would host a queue on AC Fan app, because meteor shower and Celeste is like the jackpot. Also, my town looks like ridiculous because I decided I was going to change up the path, which basically just like torpedoed my entire theme. So, yeah, Animal Crossing, woo. I'm probably gonna just play this until I fall asleep, to be honest, because I don't think I have the brain power to do any more reading tonight. Tomorrow's Tuesday, which is power reading day, so I'm definitely gonna try to power through what I need to read tomorrow, like my set pages for tomorrow, as well as the ones I didn't read today in Song Below Water. See you tomorrow.